All the German foods. All right, cool. Let's get started. Power flow, no, vinyasa flow 45. Let's start in child's pose. If that doesn't feel good, you can kind of mimic it on your back with your arms up, knees in, feet relaxed. So traditional or on your back. Find a shape though that will be more helpful than not, right? It's always a good way of thinking about it. Let's take about 60 breaths here. And relaxing your jaw. Take one more full inhale. Complete exhale. If you're on your back, you're going to take a little bit longer time to get there, so don't rush yourself, but we'll make our way to a tabletop and just start moving around. So shimmy and shake. Either close your eyes or kind of turn off that focus in them and just sort of gaze out over the tip of your nose without concentrating on anything, so that you can sort of just pay attention to the sensation in your physical body in this moment. We'll set an intention this afternoon or whenever you happen to be practicing of being with and pivoting to the need of the moment and trying to detach from maybe a want. So whether you want this to be a workout or want something to feel different or better, by the end, the need of the moment is hopefully what can keep anchoring you. Okay, coming back to a neutral tabletop, we'll walk the legs a little bit closer, and then we'll lift our left leg and take some circles out, back, in, and forward. So the first few rounds, just getting some muscle memory. It's up to you. You can let that right hip pop out, or you could sway your hips as you do so. But eventually what we're going to try to do is, if you think about a joystick, we're going to try to just move the thigh bone. The femur bone is what it's referred to, while hugging into that outer right hip. Try to push to the hands evenly and take it through one more range of motion like that. Great. And then one more round, just taking it out to the side, but then pause, extend at the knee, and then kick that left leg out. So it could be straight out to the side or anywhere from, like, say 6 o'clock out to 9, and just start moving around. So it could be flat, heel, big toe edge. Just want you to sort of notice and breathe. You could be feeling this in a lot of different places in a lot of different ways, but what I am seeking is some kind of sensation between the inner knee up to that pubic bone and the inseam of our leg. Relax your jaw, relax the features of your face. We take these kinds of shapes with the legs out like this with a straight knee. We're also hitting that medial inner hamstring. There's 2 of them. So if you have tight hamstrings, this is a good one too. Great. Find some stillness if you've been moving around this whole time. Relax the crown of your head all the way towards the earth. So just let that be heavy, kind of pulling at the back of the neck and skull. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Great. Sort of push the earth away, come into more of a neutral spine, and then just kind of lazily lean to the right as you drag that left leg in. And then extend it back behind you, curl your toes under, and then slide it over to the right as much or as little as you want. Shift forward and backward through that left heel a couple times. This feels good, stay here. Option to transition to the top of your left foot and push back kind of halfway to a half pigeon. From here, you can move around, you can curl the toes and find that little ebbing and flowing. But you're either a bit more upright in tabletop or slide it back about halfway to what you would kind of shift into a half pigeon. Great, we're eventually going to slide forward. If you slid back, shoulders over wrists, slide those left toes, curl them under, and then sweep that right arm out to the side, roll around through that right wrist, the elbow, Continue movements in both the wrist, fingers, and elbows, and then add it to the shoulder. So big, slow backstrokes, or maybe just paint rainbows top, front, and back of the mat. Great job. And then taking that hand back to the sky, bend your elbow, either cactus arm, fingertips point towards your temple, or slide that hand behind your head. Take a big breath here. As you exhale, close that up. Right elbow towards left. They don't actually have to touch. The whole inhale, open out to the side. The whole exhale, close that up. Great. 2 more times. Inhaling out. Exhaling in. Great. 1 more time, inhaling out. Pause here. Keep breathing. You'll extend at the elbows, spread your fingers nice and active, and then take that arm to a T as you unwind your spine. Great, and then slowly start to reach that arm forward. Option to keep the hand lifted or drop to spider to fingers, and option to lift your left toes. Tuck your tail, fire that left glute, whether you lift it or not. Push the earth away with the left hand. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Inhale, release knee and hand, exhale. Great job. We're going to sweep the left arm out to the side and then thread the needle. Hips can stay high, or you could sink them back. Right hand forward by your temple or drape it behind your back. Right hand by your temple, push yourself up to a tabletop. Take 2 rounds of cat-cow. Notice side to side. Keep breathing. Eventually coming to neutral tabletop, maybe walk the legs a little bit closer. And this time we'll lift the right leg, rotate it out to the side, take it back, closer into midline and forward. So again, the first few rounds, maybe it's a little bit more loosey-goosey in the hips and the spine. Maybe you're kind of leaning a little bit to the left, but eventually try to hug into this outer left hip, push the earth away evenly. Think about just the thigh bone going through these movements. It's going to take a lot more attention and maybe concerted efforts. Breathe. Think about the muscles moving the bones versus just moving your bones around. Great. 1 more full rotation. And then you'll take a half rotation out to the side, extend that knee, and put that right foot down and out. I'll rotate. Again, just feel free to move around, shift around, different angles on your foot, positions on your foot. Your hands can move around. Relax your jaw and breathe. Be curious side to side. Any big noticeable differences without overthinking it. Shifting to the need of the moment. Okay, come back to a little bit more shoulders over wrists. Drop the crown of your head. Again, maybe there's a little tugging at the back of the neck or skull. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And gently hug in 360 around the waistline. Reach your crown, push the earth away. Lean to the left as you kind of lazily drag that left leg in. Bend the knee, rotate that leg behind you, curl your toes, and then slide them back into the left this time. Again, maybe just shift forward and backward on that heel. This is where you can stay, or transition to the top of your foot and slide back about halfway, adjusting your hands. So we're a little bit sort of in a half pigeon, halfway to half pigeon. You can curl those toes again, do the same thing, or stay on the top of your foot. Wherever you are, breathe. Snap, crackle, pop. Right, so if you're in that little bit more back position, slide more forward, and then slide the toes right behind you. Push to the right hand, sweep that left arm out this time. Move right away into the fingers and the wrists. Keep moving there, add it to the elbow. And then add it to the whole shoulder, maybe rainbows or big, slow backstrokes. Great job. Taking it back into the sky. Again, bending at the elbow, active alert fingertips, either cactus, point towards your temple, side behind your head. Take a big breath in here. Exhale slowly, even out your spine, neutralize it, and then tap left elbow towards right. As always, it doesn't actually have to touch. The whole inhale, we open. The whole exhale, we sort of unwind and maybe close. Great, 3 more. Move with your breath. Great, next time you open, pause, tuck your tail, fire that glute, extend at your elbow, spread your fingers. Take a big breath in. Exhale, unwind your spine. Active fingers, palms facing down, and then reach the arm forward. Tuck your tail, fire that right glute, push the earth away, stay here or float your right toes. We're here for 5, 4, 3, continue to breathe. 2, take one more inhale, release hand and leg, exhale. Immediately sweep that right arm out to the side, big breath in. Exhale, thread the needle. Adjusting your hips to a comfortable place, your left arm. 5 more breaths. Back up to tabletop nice and slow. A round or 2 of cat-cow, and then head on back to down dog. Pedal it out or stillness. Keep breathing and paying attention. Remember, the intention is the need of the moment, shifting more towards that versus a want. Sometimes they cross-act, not always though. Find more effort in the lower body, so sort of effort of pushing the earth away to lift and lengthen through the side body, and then soften your knees, take the weight to your heels as you just let them drop down with gravity. Okay, we'll make our way to a forward fold, either hands to feet or feet to hands. Take 3 rounds of halfway lifting with your inhales. There's the effort, hugging and reaching. Exhale, bend and soften and drop. So notice that different effort on the inhale, ease on the exhale. Great, one more time. Upper body stays nice and heavy, soften through the knees, and then 360 core waistline, roll to rise. Nice and slow. And those shoulders stack, roll them up, back and away. 2 more times with your breath. Inhale up. Exhale, back and down. One more time. And rotate your palms out when you're ready. Inhale out and up. Maybe look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale out to a high push-up. So back or forward, just depending on where you are in space. Stay on your toes or drop to your knees, but sort of turning everything online here. The breath, skin to muscle, muscle to bone. Lifting a bit through that root rock, pelvic floor. Take one more inhale to push the earth away. Exhale, lower to it, nice and slow and controlled. Toes point towards the back corners of the mat. Drop to your forehead. Spider to fingers out wide. Lift them over your wrists. And then play around with drawing them sort of back and point them all the way back. And then slowly start to lift them back up to the sky. If there's an angle that seems interesting, helpful, or needed, stay with that. Otherwise, just find a place where you can pause and soften that front body. Stay like this or engage the thighs, reach the toes, 360 waist, hugs in as you inhale and lift your forehead just a little. Exhale, peel back down. So the effort is in the back body and that 360 waist versus pushing the earth away to lift yourself. Great, one more round, whatever you're doing. Eventually, forehead to the earth, hands under your chest. Bend your knees, flex your feet, push the earth away, and lift up to tabletop. Hit your toes, walk yourself to down dog. Keep pushing the earth away as you do. Drop the weight of your head. Breathe. Bend your right knee a lot. Let that left heel sink to the earth, and then maybe rock that left sit bone, center of your glute, side to side. Great job. And then sweep your right leg back. You're going to flex your right toes and look at them. So look at your right toes, point them straight down. And then you're going to try to rotate your right toes as far to the left as you can. Great. And then slowly try to lower the pinky edge of your right foot to the earth. Great. And then slowly lift it back up. Nice and slow. Keep sticking through the left heel. Pinky edge slowly down. And pinky edge slowly up. Great, this time lift that leg, bend and open. Think about pushing the earth away, lifting through the inner right knee. So like the inside of the right knee. Right, now lift your left heel high, squeeze your waistline, knee to nose, take a big, slow step between your hands. Great, spider to fingers, and then rock forward and backward through your left heel. The right knee is gonna straighten a little or a lot, but think about just movement through the left heel to start. Great, now start to add that right leg as well. So sort of visualizing lengthening through the back line. Great, and then the next time you shift back, inhale and look forward. So left heel sinking the earth, right leg's as straight as it feels. Okay, look forward. Great, take one more big deep belly breath as you exhale, just drop the crown of your head. Let your left heel sink back, hug your right hip straight back in line with the right heel. Take 2 more breaths. Great, shift it forward to a low lunge, open up Prasarita, wide side, pivoting the feet to the left, bend your left knee, keep heading to the left, and then pivot your left toes back to the 45 angle or to the back left corner of your mat. Stillness or move around a little bit, spider to fingers or sweep those arms out to the side. Hips are doing 2 different things. We want to work evenly through both feet, evenly through the hips, even though they're doing different things. So working the left, working the right. Take one more big breath in. Hands and gaze to the earth. Stay low and start to bend your right knee. Pivot your left toes parallel and then stay low. Keep walking everything back to your low lunge. Great. Standing leg split for a moment. Find that shift. Reach to the left toes. Take them up to the sky from the heel on the left glute. And then release hip width distance to the right. Inhale to halfway lift. Find that effort. Exhale, find some ease and fold. One more time like that. Effort on the inhale. Ease on the exhale. All the way up to high mountain. Drive those heels, rise up. Right hand to left wrist. Tuck your chin and then tick-tock up and to the right. Bounce, stillness, or lean to the left. Great. Next time you inhale, lift yourself up. Arms out and behind your back. Take a bind. Roll the shoulders up, back and away. Right ear, right shoulder. Maybe sway a little bit side to side. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Release your bind. Lift your crown. Rotate the palms forward. Inhale, sweep out and up. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Spider to fingers, halfway lift. Exhale, back to down dog. When you're ready, lift your heels and inhale to a high push-up. Exhale, push the earth away. Inhale, push the earth away. Exhale, lower to it. Great. Keep your hands where they are. Slide them out wider. A few breaths here, whether you stay in stillness or you lift and lower. Great. Find that transition with bent knees, hands center, palms push the earth away to get everything working and toning. Lift up, high push up, hike those hips tabletop, and then walk yourself to your down dog. Great, this time bend your left knee a lot, sink your right heel, and then sway that right sit bone side to side. Relax your jaw. Keep pushing the earth away and breathe. Great, find some stillness, and then sweep that left leg back. Don't lift it up so much. Flex your left foot, look at your toes. You're gonna point them straight down the start. Kind of reach to the right heel to the earth, reach the left heel towards the wall behind you. And then rotate your left toes as far to the right as you can. Internally rotating. And then just slow motion, try to take the pinky edge of your right foot to the earth. Great, and then a slow lifting back up. Great, we'll take one more round like this. Great, once you get about hip distance, rotate the toes down, down, out, and then kind of lift, bend, and open. Relax to the crown of the head and your left foot. Visualize pushing the earth away and lifting through the inner left knee. Great, then lift your right heel, 360 waistline, hugs in, roll knee to nose. Big, slow step between your hands. Blocks your spider to fingers. We're gonna rock forward and backward through the right heel. That's gonna be the focus. Great, and then add on straightening the left leg as you hinge back through the right heel, bending and shifting forward. Breathe as you do these movements. Great, inhale to shift it back and look forward. Stay for your exhale and take 2 more breaths like this. Keep looking forward. Great, one more big breath into your belly. Exhale, drop your crown. Okay, just a couple more breaths here. Great, next inhale, lift that right heel, shift yourself to low lunge, open up Prasarita. Feet pivot to the right, bend your right knee, walk to the right. And then keep pivoting your toes back into the right corner, about 45 degrees. Again, move around, be curious, there's no right or wrong. Stay on spider to fingers or extra effort, sweeping out to the right. Again, both feet are grounded, both hips are working, front, back, side, inner thighs are just shaped different. So different muscle groups are going to be needed to fire differently. 360 waist is still supporting us at the spine. Take a big breath in, hand to gaze to the earth if they're up, stay low, start to bend your left knee, shift more to center, pivot right foot first, and then keep pivoting everything to your low lunge. Right, reach forward, shift forward, you're on those tippy toes of the right foot, then drive the left heel, fire right glute, standing leg split for just another moment. Inhale here, release, hip width distance to left. Halfway lift as you inhale, there's the effort. Exhale, find some ease. One more time like that. Right, all the way up to high mountain. And then left hand's gonna grab onto right wrist this time, reach up and to the left. Bounce, pause, or lean to the right. Tuck your chin and breathe. Great, next inhale, lift on up, arms out and behind your back. Take an easy bind, lift your heart, tuck your tail. Left your left shoulder, stillness, or rock a little bit side to side. Great, take a big breath in, kind of just slink back to mountain pose, exhale. Rotate your palms forward, inhale, out and up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down dog. Okay, lift your heels, roll to your high push-up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower to it. Great, a couple rounds of baby cobra. And then transitioning however you'd like. High cobra, up dog, through that high push-up or tabletop, we'll meet in down dog. Great, feet hip width distance, bend your right knee a lot, sink your left heel back and away. And then keep that left heel sinking back and away. Try to lift your right toes, then kick that leg back, bend and open. Great, lift your left heel, take a big slow step between your hands. Left foot meets it. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, take it through a flow of your choice. So it could be high to low push-up or continue to the earth, and then you have all the options. We'll meet back in down dog. In your down dog, bend your left knee a lot. Let your right heel sink to the earth, sway it side to side. Great, stillness, squeeze in, try to float your left foot, then straighten and kick it back, bend and open. Lift your right heel, take a big slow step between your hands. Eventually right foot meets it. Halfway lift when you're ready to inhale. Fold with your exhale. High mountain inhale. Slow exhale. Moving with your breath, pivoting to the need of the moment. Okay, lift your heels, look between your hands, journey to the top of the mat, and we'll take one more sun salutation on our own, eventually meeting back in down dog. You take your right foot straight back, push that heel away, fire up your right glute, rotate the toes as far to the left as you can as you let your left heel sink to the earth. Slowly take the pinky edge of your right foot to the earth or as close to it. Great, lift it up, hip distance. One more time, nice and slow and low. Great, take it up about hip distance. Rotating toes down and then out, maybe lift through the left heel if you need it, but bend and open. Okay, lift that left heel high, squeeze your waistline, knee to nose, big slow step between your hands. Spider tip fingers. We'll inhale and shift back, look forward. Exhale, just drop your crown. Great, shift it forward. Next time you inhale, open up wide side. Bend that left knee a lot, walk to the left. Turn your toes towards the back corner of your mat. Great, stay on fingertips or sweep those arms out to the side. Everybody's hugging into that 360 waist, working both feet, both hips. Stay low, start to transition through center. Left toes pivot, then right toes, then left toes. We're in a low lunge. Let's rise up to crescent this time. Driving down, lifting up. Try to tuck the tail a little bit, give that left glute some effort, and then arms wherever you'd like. Lift and drop your left heel a couple times. And then whichever sort of position feels the most supportive and stable for the lower body, that's where I want you to stick. Roll your shoulders up, back, and away. Lift your navel back, float it up, and then lift the shoulders up, back, and away again. Great. Reach your arms up to the sky. Lift your left heel to the sky. Breathe in. Warrior two. Breathe out. Find that new opening, that new shape, stillness, or move with your breath a couple times, whichever feels helpful. Great. Let's fire up that left glute and push through your right heel. I like to lift my right toes. It kind of gives that quad a little help me out here. And then drop the toes if you'd like. We're going to bend our elbows. Active through our fingertips, so spread your fingers actively. Option one, option two, point towards your temples, option three, behind your head. We're going to engage this left side body and pull ourselves into reverse warrior. Keep pushing through the right heel. Breathe. Great. Drive that pinky edge of your left foot, that lateral line, lift your crown back up, and then hinge to a strong extended side angle without just flopping forward. So hands are going to stay where they are. Breathe. Great. Slow motion back to two. Fire both right heel and left lateral line. Arms out to a T. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, press. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, flow. Right, we're going to stick with the right side. We're going to try to move a little bit faster, but it doesn't have to be fast. But think about maybe more fluid, so I don't feel like you have to hit all the marks in like a specific way. We're just going to try to transition immediately from one to the other. So toes together. Inhale your right leg. Exhale, bend and open. Inhale to lift and extend. Exhale, take that big slow step. Blocks or spider to fingers. We'll lengthen back, look forward. Inhale. Exhale, drop your crown. Great. Your next inhale, start to shift forward. Like water, open up Prasarita. Keep bending the left knee as you head to the left. Stay in spider to fingers or swing those arms out to the side. Stay low, immediately start to head back to center. Remember, pivot the left toes and the right, stay low. Great, adjust that back leg to feel supported and lift to crescent. Find a reach up through the fingers, the inhale and your left heel. Exhale to warrior two. Great, cactus arms, fingers point in or behind your head. Inhale, reverse. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, strong extended side angle. Great, inhale back up, warrior two. Exhale, arms to a T. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, flow. Great job. A couple breaths in your down dog. Give yourself a moment to notice, pay attention, and breathe. When you're ready, sweep that left leg back. Try to push through your heel. It's in dorsiflexion, like you're pushing into a wall. Tuck your tail, fire that left foot, and then rotate left toes as far to the right as you can. Right heel seeking the earth. Slowly lower that pinky edge of your left foot to the earth. Slowly lift it hip height. So rotating those left toes as far to the right as we can. All right, once we come back up that second round, rotate toes down, out to the left, bend and open. Great job. Now lift your right heel, squeeze that midline, knee to nose, big slow step between your hands. Spider tip fingers. You're going to lengthen back, look forward, take a big breath in. Exhale, just drop your crown. Take a couple breaths here. Great. Next inhale, shift it forward. Open up wide side. Stay low. Bend that right knee. Pivot the toes to the back right corner of your mat. Spider to fingers or sweep those arms out. Active through both feet. Active through both hips. Keep breathing. Hugging into that 360 waist. Great. Stay low. Transition through center. Bending left knee. Pivot right foot. Left foot. We're heading to crescent this round. So remember, adjust your right foot so that you can rise up. Take your arms wherever you'd like. First time on this side, remember, play around with lifting and dropping the right heel and then taking it to sort of a position that feels like it's the most supportive. Great, arms will head up, right heel will head up, inhale to rise. Exhale, transition warrior two. Stillness or movement. We'll take 3 or 4 breaths here. We're toning this right glute, left heel's down. Maybe those toes are up. Great, if the toes are up, slowly drop them. Cactus arms with alert fingers. Point them towards the temple or behind your head. Fire this right side like it's pulling you energetically into reverse warrior. Breathe. Great, and then lengthening up. Keep engaging that as you drive your left heel and hinge to a strong extended side angle. So we're never touching, only heading about 45 degrees. Great, lifting back up, use both hips. Great, arms out to a T. Lift and straighten one time. Reverse one time, flow with that exhale. Again, moving with your breath. Trying to move like water. Toes come closer. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale to bend and open. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Big, slow step between your hands. Spider tip fingers. We'll lengthen back, look forward. Inhale. Exhale, drop your crown. Great. When you're ready to inhale next, shift it forward. Open up wide side. Stay low, pivot those right toes out. Stay on fingertips or sweep them out. Take a big breath in. Exhale, stay low, head through center. Pivot right foot. Bend left knee and keep pivoting to arrow, low lunge, and then rise up to crescent. Great, find a lift and an inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Spider tip fingers with cactus, point in or behind your temple. Reverse your warrior, fire that right side body. Back through two, and then immediately fading forward, nice and strong. Great, back to two. Eventually arms out. Lift and straighten. Back to two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, flow through. Great, take a breath or two in your down dog. You can be in stillness or take some really slow body waves, lifting your heel, rolling to a high push-up. Bending your knees, sweeping them at a hover as low and long as you can before hips come close to heels and then peel back up. Great, stillness or movement. One more inhale, one more exhale. And then look between your hands, hop, jump, or step to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Great, rise all the way up. Mountain pose. Hands by your side or at your heart. Let's close our eyes, take 3 breaths. Crack your eyes open, inhale your arms out and up. Exhale to chair. Pull your hands to your heart, take a little twist to the right. Try to keep that 360 waist engaging. Squeeze your hands, not your jaw. Right, come back to center. Right heel pushes down, right hip hugs in, left heel lifts up. Maybe up to the tippy toes. Maybe float the toes. We're gonna take a step back to our arrow pose. Breathe, keep breathing. Once your toes touch down, tuck the tail, fire that left glute. Take a subtle twist to the right again. Hug your outer hip and push your right heel. Tuck the tail, fire that left glute. Unwind your spine. Push your left heel back. And then start to reach forward, lift that left heel up, take yourself up to crescent. Open up to warrior two. Great. Lift and straighten with your breath. Back to two, into extended side angle. Tone that whole left side body, drive your right heel, feel that strength, and then set up your shape. Left arm has lots of choices. Gaze has some choices. Lots of breath, just an open valve, inhales and exhales here. Great, look down, press down, come back to warrior two. Turn your palms out to the side, spread your fingers. Straighten your right leg, turn your right foot parallel with the left. Great, now pivot your toes out, heels in, cactus arms, fingertips point towards your temples or behind your head. Sit down into your squat or goddess pose. I like to shimmy and shake. Think about the center of the heels driving down. You could stay low and stay at that end range. You could lift and lower a little bit. You could lift all the way out and head all the way back down. Great, 3 more breaths, whatever you're doing. Great job. Eventually straightening those legs. Keep your arms where they are. Pivot your feet parallel. Take your arms out to a T. Inhale, take them up to the sky. Look up. Exhale, back to a T. All right, take your time. We're going to pivot our left toes back to the top of the mat and bend into our right knee. So we're back into warrior two. All right, so we've done this a lot in my classes. We're going to hinge forward. We're going to lift our left heel. The goal is to keep our upper body as it is, to hop our left foot hip width distance to the right. So we're in twisted chair if we keep our upper body as it is, right? So keep shifting, shifting, shifting. Try to float and then step hip width distance. You got it. Unwind your spine. Inhale, rise, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Great. Feet go wider than they are. Sway side to side, twist, grab your big toes, step under your palms, take a few breaths. Relax that upper jaw into the upper jaw. Just a couple more breaths. Yeah, release the bind if you got it. Kind of halfway lift, maybe shake out those hands. And then roll your eyes. Take your time. You could sweep your arms up. You could roll your shoulders. We'll meet in mountain pose, hands to your heart or by your side. Maybe close your eyes. Take a couple breaths. Notice what you notice. And then crack those eyes open. Sweep your arms out and up. Inhale. Chair pose, exhale. Pull your hands to your heart. Effort into the heels, squeezing your hands and twist a little to the left. Breathe. Great. Unwind your spine. Left heel down, left hip in, right heel up. Squeeze your hands, not your jaw. Tippy toes. Tippy toes or float. Maybe they keep lifting and dropping. But in about 2 breaths or so, we're going to take that big deliberate step back to our arrow pose. Stay hinging. Drive left heel, hug left hip, fire right glute as you twist again to the left. Breathe. Okay, unwind your spine. Drive that right heel back. Reach your arms forward and then let a big breath in. Reach you up to the sky as you lift your right heel on your arms and then immediately open to warrior two. Adjusting your stance, your footing, settle into the lower body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Fire up right side, push to left heel, extended side angle, nice and strong setup here. And then you decide on your arm and your gaze, take a handful of breaths. Right, look down, push down, rise nice and strong back to two. Lift and straighten Prasarita to left foot turns parallel with right. Take a bind behind your back or hands to your lower back, roll your shoulders up, back and away. And we'll pivot those toes out again. So however you'd like to do here, you could bend and straighten, you could bend and stay, you could bend and pulse. You could just rock side to side. Some people like to lift a heel, some people like to lift to the heel. Great, let's go ahead and straighten those legs. Turn your feet parallel. I'm going to turn around so I don't walk out of here crooked. Arms up to a T. Look at your left toes, pivot them all the way to the top. So we're back into warrior two. Now visualize, upper body is going to stay in this exact same position, active all the way through those fingers. We're going to hinge forward, lift our right heel. It might need to be a hinge and a hop. It might be up to the tippy toes and kind of freeze, but try to step hip width distance. We're in a twisted chair at the top of the mat. Great, then unwind your spine. Turn your palms up, inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Great, taking it back to the earth for a minute, whatever you'd like to do. And then yogi's choice. If you want to get upside down, squatting, crow pose, garland pose. All right, and then making your way back to downward facing dog, either flowing there or stepping there, but take your time, move with your breath, not against it. Try not to force anything, right? Coming back to our intention of shifting from the need of the moment, detaching from the want. Great, lifting your heels, rolling to a high push-up. Coming down to dolphin plank, so down to our forearms. Try to hug into your midline so much so that you can not rock through the hips too much. Palms down is the most challenging in our shoulders, so they could face. You could make fists, or you could even roll them up. Tuck your tail, squeeze your glutes and hammies, but drop the hips a little bit. Okay, push the earth away with your elbows, tuck your chin. Front body's resisting the earth. Some pelvic floor action should help tie all that in together, and then lots and lots of breath. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's slowly drop to our knees. Keep that effort. Transition to the tops of your feet. Keep the effort, and then slowly peel down to Sphinx. Hands can be together or parallel. Shimmy and shake and adjust. You can push the earth away a little bit more yang, or you can let the chest kind of drop and the shoulders creep up by the ears, a little bit more yin. Try to not engage the upper glutes. That's going to sort of crowd the lower back. So we should have obviously compression at the lower back, but a little bit more natural than the upper glute fibers firing. So if you're engaging at those glutes so much so that it's doing that, soften. But we'll take one more inhale, and as we exhale, we'll peel that right arm out to either a T or a cactus position. Lower to your right cheek. Slide that left arm wherever it's helpful. I really like spider to fingers lifting my left elbow. If you'd like, you could bend your left knee, take it up and over. Maybe you stack your left hip on top of right. Maybe you don't. Right, slowly peeling back through center. And just kind of slow motion heading into the other side. It might need to look different from side to side differences. They're not forcing any specific shape or range of motion. All right, slowly peeling back to center. Stack your palms, take your forehead, chin, or either cheek to them. Bend your knees, stillness, or maybe rock a little bit. Great, and keeping your head where it is, just start to roll onto your back. You can drop right into corpse pose. You could hug your knees in. You could take happy baby, your legs to the sky. But feel the transition to the back body as you do so, whether you're being curious in movement or stillness. Feel connected to the earth. Feel connected with your breath. Be curious about the need of the moment, and that's where you'll take your practice. The last few minutes are up to you, whether you need or want some stillness on your back, if you need more hips or twists. And if you haven't already, try to give yourself at least 15 breaths in stillness, whatever kind of shape will help you do that. staying where you are for the remainder of class, or if you would like to make your way to a seat, start with subtle movements, paying attention as you do so to your breath and sensation. Hugging in, stretching out, any kind of counterbalance, but we'll meet in a seat if you would like, otherwise stay as you are. And when you come to a seat, if that's your choice, maybe fidgeting for a moment or just arriving as you are, but trying to lengthen the spine, sort of upright axially. That's sort of hopefully the benefit or sometimes the goal and purpose of doing all that crazy stuff we just did. Noticing the breath within you, trying to soften around the mechanics of it. Taking your hands to your heart if you'd like, chins to your chest, honoring your effort, honoring your practice. The essence of light within me honors and reflects the essence of light within you. Thank you for being here and practicing with me and together. Thumbs to third eye, deep inhale. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day.